Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. Today we're using the Fifth Spirit Tarot deck. Today is July 15th. It's Tuesday. I've been up pretty early. The first card that I hope that you guys are having a good morning. The first card that we pulled is the Nine of Pentacles. And this Fifth Spirit Tarot deck is written by Charlie Claire Burgess. This is our specific guidebook that we're first using. And then I'll use the Feminine Wisdom Awakening Intuitive Energy deck. The next card that we pulled was the Eight of Cups, Two of Cups. Okay, so we got that Cups energy. Knight of Wands, which she has like fire. So maybe some fire energy, being on the go, activities as well. We got the King of Cups. I don't believe I've read the King of Cups from this specific deck. The Seven of Swords. The Eight of Wands. I see this also as fire energy as well because the Knight of Wands came up. We also received the Six of Pentacles. We talked about donating items yesterday and being specific about the items that you're bringing in, whether you're engaging with it or not, being cautious about your usage of it. That we also received the Lover's card. I'm going to pick two more cards for us. We received the Queen of Swords energy. Could be talking about a matriarch in the home. And this matriarch also is holding a butterfly. I see this as a grandmother energy. And she's also wearing like the yellow boots. And then we received the High Priestess. And I love how the High Priestess looks in this specific deck. This is another major arcana. She's carrying the moon energy. She has the Eye of Protection over her. Could be talking to the protection energy. And she also is, these are her tattoos that she's wearing. She also has what it looks like a jaguar tattoo. So maybe looking at the significance of a jaguar. I'll try to do that really quickly. It looks like she has some lavender flower and maybe pomegranates or tomatoes at the end of the table, and water. And it looks like she's holding some sort of key locket in hand, so maybe she's the key to everything. And then we also have facing up the Wheel of Fortune. So we've not read the Wheel of Fortune for this specific deck. I've used it in the Black Tarot Ancestral deck, but I'll read into it for today. I think the cards that's speaking to us, because I've read the Lover's card for yesterday, the cards that speaking to us is the High Priestess, the Queen of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. I'll read those three cards. So let's start with the Queen of Swords, being that was the first card that we pulled. Okay, so I don't know, that's Wands. Okay, I'm getting it to it, guys. So the Queen of Swords this queen is adept at the matters of the head and the heart. They balance their intellect. So they balance their intellect and emotion with flexibility. So there's no specific gender to this. This could be male or female. And they balance their intellect and emotions with flexibility, listen to both but controlled by neither. No stranger to grief, trauma, and heartbreak. This queen is a survivor, perceptive and intuitive, analytical and empathetic. They cut through the bullshit straight to the truth, and they'll help you to do the same. If you can handle a kind of honesty, this queen doesn't mess around. When the card appears, it's serious. It's serious self-awareness time, so it's asking you to pay attention to your particular engagement of self, how you're showing up for you, what you're saying yes to. So being clear about your boundaries, get clear on what's going on in your inside. So maybe doing a health check. I just talked about going to the doctor, doing my annual checkup for this past week. So being cautious about what comes up, how your body is feeling. Are you moving around? Are you getting active? Even if they check in with your thoughts and your emotions to make sure they're communicated nicely, even if they don't always agree. They can also be a call to be honest with yourself, because your emotions, if feminine, are carried in the gut. But that's just a feminine energy. Emotions where we carry our emotions. Males are more direct and with their emotions and sharing that when they're engaging with friends, or sometimes they do hold their emotions in. So being cautious of how you're balancing those emotions. You may need to establish better boundaries. We just spoke to the specific energy of establishing the boundaries to safeguard your emotions or well-being. So being cautious about the inventory of people that you're bringing into your life, or have a tough love conversation with yourself or someone else. But you don't let your heart become callous, so don't let your heart be transitioned by the exchange of the conversation or what somebody might bring up to you. Just move forward. This mind is intuitive and heart intelligent. They work most powerfully together. So it's asking you to collaborate, but be cautious about how you're engaging with your energy. The next card that we're going to read is the High Priestess card. This card is particularly numbered as number 2 as the major arcana energy for this deck. And so that I can get to really quickly. The High Priestess is the keeper of mysteries. They are the sovereign of inner realms, the channel of intuition, and the protector of secret knowledge. When they appear, there's knowledge you need and you don't have. Something veiled from your vision. So maybe you have blinders on to see something very specific. The High Priestess directs you in your own depth, because no one but you can provide the answers that you seek. So looking inward to receive an answer. This is a card about engaging with mystery, cultivating your intuition, and listening to what your emotions have to teach you. This is an invitation to reclaim your magic in the world that derides in a irrational, foolish, and evil. So our world is led by evil, but you have to make the distinction of what and how you engage with your energy. Don't throw science and reason out the window, but also don't let them diminish your intuitive connection. So it's having a balance between the two. There's so much to learn from allowing yourself to consider that a bird could be more than a bird, a plant could be more than a plant, a dream so much more than a dream. Open to the mystery and you'll find your key. So it's saying that signs are being led all around you. It could be from a bird, plant, or dream. So those are where you're probably getting some of your answers. And then the next card that we're going to read is the Wheel of Fortune. And I'll put the Wheel of Fortune up so you guys can see it. And behind it is the Seven of Pentacles, talking about abundance energy, full of abundance. So the Wheel of Fortune, when the wheel appears, it signals contact with powers beyond the control. This is the card of lotto winners and lucky encounters, and of flat tires and flash floods. The main challenge of this card is that you can't control it. Maybe a great opportunity will land in your lap, or maybe a scalding cup of coffee will. Maybe your plane will be grounded by weather, then you'll run into Daryl Friend in the airport. There's nothing you can do to earn it, predict it, or change it, because the wheel is about one difficult and universal cosmic truth. Shit happens. Your power in the wheel is how you respond to it. So controlling your emotions. Can you make peace with what's outside of your control and focus on improvement in your life through what is? Can you make the best of the random stuff that life kicks out? Try to work with the wheel, not against it. So it's asking you to go with the flow. And remember that the wheel will always turn again and again. So it's like, it's telling you that the flow of energy is always going to be transmutable. You might experience something negative, that negative will turn to positive, and vice versa. So being aware of how that energy can shift and change in a matter of minutes, times, months, years. And sometimes it's not even as long as what you think, because we panic when things happen. We ultimately shift the alternative of what can change in that matter. So the next card that we pick from the Feminine Wisdom deck, this is a oracle deck. This is by Leah Androic, and we received the Determination card, maybe asking you to stick things out and into intention to achieve. So you're achieving something. Kindness, maybe how you're engaging with the world or with yourself. And then I'll pick one more card. And the last card that we received is the Intuition. And it's talking about your inner knowing, gut feeling, inner voice. So the last thing that I'm going to read is the Intuition card. And this particular oracle deck is numbered, so it's easy for me to read to you guys. The intuition, having innate knowledge about something, gut feeling, and inner voice. It is time to listen beyond your five senses. Intuition is that little whisper, a silent feeling that you simply know and do not need reason or evidence to back it up. It usually comes suddenly and inexplicably. This card is an invitation to deepen your intuition because it has a cosmic potential to be strong. But it's currently dormant. So it's asking you to step into feeling your intuition and trusting your gut. For now, trust any information you receive from the universe. Be open to what's to come, thoughts, feelings, people. Put aside any logic. So logic is not going to be your best friend in this particular moment in time, and see how it feels within. So how things make you feel, kind of going with the flow energy. We just talked about that. The affirmations, how can I learn to trust myself? How can I live a more meaningful life? Maybe taking inventory of how you are living your life. We looked at the donation card. That could be a point of taking inventory. What do I need to know more? And I am at home with myself. So centering yourself, maybe taking a moment of silence and stillness to be able to find the inner workings of your answers. So I hope that you guys receive this message. I will see you tomorrow. Y'all know I love reading for you guys. And bye, bye, bye. I love you.